Welcome back, friends. So after taking the roof rack off my Jeep, I started thinking, what other pieces of gear or what other stuff is on my Jeep that I just don't need anymore? Really, I haven't gone through it in quite a while, so I'm sure there's quite a few, and honestly, there's probably no better place to start than this right here. This is a Best Top tire carrier. I did a review on it, and then I did an extended review, and I'd imagine there's probably some gear in here that I haven't touched in a while that I just don't need. So let's take a look at it. Let's see what we can get rid of and see maybe if we can drop a few pounds or just get rid of clutter altogether. Okay, where should we start? Well, there's only 3 pouches left on this thing since, well, I can't use any of the side pouches that come with it, as I've talked about in previous videos. So let's just get into it. What's in here? All right, we have just two ratchet straps. That could definitely go on the inside. And what's really weird about these is that the zipper just kind of doesn't really work anymore, to be honest. Like, look at that. Like, there's a hole all the way through it. So that one is kind of done. Let's hit, this has got the same thing going on. This one has a first aid kit in it. Now, why I did that, I have no idea. Having a first aid kit on the outside of the Jeep, probably not the smartest for long-term storage. And that doesn't make sense because I actually have one strapped to the back of the seat and they're in a really nice pouch that's like easily accessible. So why that was in there, I don't know. All right, one last pouch. Let's see what's in this bottom one. Okay, now this pouch, I really don't remember what was in here, to be honest. So let's take a look at it. This little tab is actually bent in half. I don't understand how that's bent, but okay. Oh, yeah, chairs. We don't need these ones anymore. And that's it, honestly. Well, how about we just take this whole thing off? We just don't need it anymore. Well, to be honest, I don't even know why this thing is on here. I mean, I guess long-term durability test, but clearly, I mean, the fabric is durable, but the zippers and stuff, obviously not. So that kind of answers that question, but still, I don't quite understand what's going on here. Did I? Oh no, I did. I put the straps through the tire bag here, so we're gonna have to undo that. Let's see, in my infinite wisdom, I thought to myself, I'll never take this off. It'll be perfect. And so I wrapped it around like that, and clearly it has to come off now. Which kind of goes against everything that I do on this thing, because, nothing's ever really permanent. Look at that. I even didn't get this strap correct. It's all twisted. We're gonna have to fix that too. Let's see. I feel like this one's gonna be harder. Oh, nope, got it. Well, that wasn't too bad. To be honest, I really don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'll just get rid of it, or maybe a tire bag for a trailer. All right, let's see if we can get this straightened up. I always struggle with these things. Always. I think we're getting somewhere now. Maybe we can get enough space in here to really crank on this thing. And then, oh yeah, that's, well, kind of what we needed to do. These things, these trash bags on the back of your tire, they are really nice, but they're also kind of a curse. Because if you're like me, you end up having people who just throw trash in the back of them. Ugh. And then you end up having to dig it out of here. Even if I put a trash bag in it, which I typically always do. Oh man. At least it's not too grimy. Well, it's not bad in the bottom at all, actually. It's just loose trash. Luckily, this bag's fairly new. That's the problem with these things I find though. If you're not really diligent about putting a trash bag in it, and the people who use it putting the trash in the trash bag with inside of it, these things get pretty disgusting pretty quick. Okay, so that's that. All nice and cleaned out. Okay. If you guys want me to do a long-term review on this all-top bag, let me know. I've had it for about 6 months now. I've had about 6 months now. And I will generally give you my thoughts on it. Maybe we'll do a review anyway. We should, because this might be a good alternative for some people. But yeah, there we go. Well, that's a lot more clean, right? So I just want to do a quick reminder of what we pulled out of that entire best top tire organizer thing. It was 2 rat straps, first aid kit that I already have inside the Jeep, so I'll just take this and repurpose it. And then these 2 chairs that we don't even use anymore, only because they're, well, we just don't like them. We have better chairs now. We just don't use these. So really, I mean, these can go in the Jeep with the other 2 that I had, that I have. This can get repurposed, so that's gonna go out, and these chairs are not gonna go in the vehicle at all. So that whole entire thing was carrying 90% of stuff that we're not gonna use anymore. Well, time to go put those in the Jeep. And there we have it. So we were able to get rid of, well, a few items on the back of the tire, but honestly the entire spare tire organizer, because it just wasn't being used. And really, I bet you there's a lot more just inside my vehicle that I've accumulated inside the Jeep. There's probably things that I probably really just don't need anymore. And that is why we need to look at our vehicles on a regular basis. They really get overlooked. They do, I understand. Like when you're overlanding or off-roading, you chuck stuff in it, you go, you come home, you unload part of the stuff, and then you kind of forget about it. And then when you go the next time, you realize, whoa, there's more stuff than I had any other time. What's going on here? So really it's about getting an organization system down, which we've just started to do, but also it's about going through your rig on a regular basis and removing gear that you're not going to use anymore. Things that don't work, just get rid of, like the spare tire organizer. It was a good idea for me in theory, and it did work for a little bit while we used those small little chairs. And then we ended up not using those chairs anymore, and the spare tire organizer got in the way of the taillights and all sorts of stuff. And it became an accessory that was on there for looks and not for use. There's no point. I don't care. I don't need that kind of stuff on here for looks. So, moral of the story is go through your rig and get rid of things that you're not actually using. We actually, we keep a book with us whenever we go, and we write down what works and what doesn't work. And if we find something that's really annoying, we write it down in there and make a note of it, and then we come back and we try to look at how to fix it. And that has been a lifesaver when building an off-road rig, because you're never gonna get it perfect the first time, no matter how hard you try. The only way to get the perfect rig for you is to use it and then keep modifying it as you go. Keep modifying your camping system, your cooking system, your vehicle for what you do. The Jeep for me is ever evolving. It's probably never going to be complete. It's just how it is. There's always gonna be something different we're gonna do with it, and so it's gonna have to change a little bit to work with what we're doing. So anyway, that's it. Go through your rig, keep a book on you when you go out, write down what works, what doesn't work, and then figure out unique ways to tackle it. And you will have a much stronger overland system and rig by doing that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video.